Namaste, Dandavat Pranam. By the instruction and grace of our spiritual master, Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Mahārāja, we are here reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Canto 4, Chapter 18. Canto 4, The Creation of the Fourth Order, Chapter 18. Texts 23 through 24. Pasavo yava samkiram vatsam kritva cha govrasham aranya patri chadukshan mrigendrena cha damstrina kravyada pranina kravyam duduhu sve kalevare suparna vatsa vihagas charam evacha. The four-legged animals, like the cows, made a calf out of the bull who carries Lord Shiva, and made a milking pot out of the forest. Thus they got fresh green grasses to eat. Ferocious animals like tigers transformed a lion into a calf, and thus they were able to get flesh for milk. The birds made a calf out of Garuda and took milk from the planet Earth in the form of moving insects and non-moving plants and grasses. Purport. There are many carnivorous birds descended from Garuda, the winged carrier of Lord Vishnu. Indeed, there is a particular type of bird that is very fond of eating monkeys, and eagles are fond of eating goats. Of course, many birds eat only fruits and berries. Therefore, the words charam, referring to moving animals, and acharam, referring to grasses, fruits, and vegetables, are mentioned in this verse. Text 25. Vatavatsa vanaspatya pratagrasamayambaya girhayo hima vadvatsa nanadatunsvashanushu. The trees made a calf out of the banyan tree, and thus they derived milk in the form of many delicious juices. The mountains transformed the Himalayas into a calf, and they milked a variety of minerals into a pot made of peaks of hills. 26. Sarve svamukya vatsena sve sve patre pratakpaya sarvakama dugam prithvim dudurhu Pṛthu bhavitam. The planet Earth supplied everyone his respective food. During the time of King Pṛthu, the earth was fully under the control of the king. Thus all the inhabitants of the earth could get their food supply by creating various types of calves and putting their particular types of milks in various pots. Purport. This is evidence that the Lord supplies food to everyone. As confirmed in the Vedas, Eko bahunam yo vidhadhati kaman. Although the Lord is one, he is supplying all the necessities to everyone through the medium of the planet Earth. There are different varieties of living entities on different planets, and they all derive their eatables from their planets in different forms. On the basis of these descriptions, how can one assume that there is no living entity on the moon? Every moon is earthly, being composed of 5 elements. Every planet produces different types of food according to the needs of its residents. According to Vedic Shastras, it is not true that the moon does not produce food or that no living entity is living there. Text 27. Evam prithpadaya prithvim enhadasvanam atmana dohavatsadi bedena kshirha bedam kurudvaha. My dear Vidura, chief of the Kurus, in this way King Pṛthu and all others who subsist on food created different types of calves and milked out their respective eatables. Thus they received their various foodstuffs, which were symbolized as milk. Text 28. Tato mahipati prita sarvakamhadugam Pṛthu duhitritve chakaremam premna duhitra vatsala. Thereafter King Pṛthu was very satisfied with the planet Earth, for she sufficiently supplied all food to various living entities. Thus he developed an affection for the planet Earth, just as if she were his own daughter. Text 29. Churnayan svadanuschotya giri kutani rajarat bhumandalam idham vainya prayaschakre shamam vibhu. After this, the king of all kings, Maharaj Pṛthu, leveled all rough places on the surface of the globe by breaking up the hills with the strength of his bow. By his grace, the surface of the globe almost became flat. Purport. Generally, the mountainous and hilly portions of the earth are made flat by the striking of thunderbolts. Generally, this is the business of King Indra of the heavenly planets. But King Pṛthu, an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, did not wait for King Indra to break up the hills and mountains, but did so himself by using his strong bow. Text 30. Atasmin Bhagavan Vainya Prajhanam Vritti Dhapita Nivasan Kalpayam Chakre Tatra Yatarhata. To all the citizens of the state, King Pṛthu was good as a father. Thus he was visibly engaged in giving them proper subsistence and proper employment for subsistence. After leveling the surface of the globe, he earmarked different places for residential quarters, inasmuch as they were desirable. 31. Graman pura patanani durgani vividhani cha Koshan Rajan Sasibiran Akaran Keta Karvatan. In this way, the king founded many types of villages, settlements, and towns, and built forts, residences for cowherdsmen, stables for the animals, places for the royal camps, mining places, agricultural towns, and mountain villages. 32. Prakridor ihanai vaisa purha gramari kalpana yatashu kamvasanti sma tatra kutobaya. Before the reign of King Pṛthu, there was no planned arrangement for different cities, villages, pasturing grounds, etc. Everything was scattered, and everyone constructed his residential quarters according to his own convenience. However, from the time of King Pṛthu, plans were made for towns and villages. Purport. From this statement, it appears that town and city planning is not new, but has been coming down since the time of King Pṛthu. In India, we can see regular planning methods evident in very old cities. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many descriptions of such ancient cities. Even 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna's capital of Dwarka was well planned, and similar other cities, Mathura and Hastinapur, now New Delhi, were also well planned. Thus, the planning of cities and towns is not a modern innovation, but was existing in bygone ages. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 4th canto, 18th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Pṛthu Maharaj Milks the Earth Planet. And thus ends our reading for today. We'll continue from chapter 19, King Pṛthu's 100 horse sacrifices, on Friday. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Acharya Dev, Srila Shanta Maharaj ki jai. Jai Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the worldwide devotees. Sama Bhaktivedanta Vrinda ki jai. Jai Navadvip Dham ki jai, Nrsimhapali Dham ki jai, Mayapur Dham ki jai, Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ju ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Giri Govardhan, Gupta Govardhan Dham ki jai, Sham Kund Radha Kund ki jai, Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi ki jai. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai, Scientific Sankirtan Yagya ki jai. Princeton Bhaktivedanta Institute ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Institute ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari 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 Bol. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.